Unconditional love. The ultimate lesson all of us have to learn is unconditional love, which includes not only others but ourselves as well. You have a choice between two doors: unconditional love and conditional love. Unconditional love is to love without judgment, conditions, expectations, and demands. There's love that stems from the heart space and is comprised completely of pure love, forgiveness, and compassion. Conditional love is to love with conditions, expectations, attachments, fear, and judgments. Love is given and received freely as long as the conditions of the love contract are being met. When others fail to meet the requirements of the love contract, love is lost and replaced with issues of fear, distrust, and doubts. To have unconditional love is to first love yourself entirely. When you can completely love yourself with all your imperfections, you will have greater love and compassion towards others. If you are in a space where your love is conditional, ask yourself, from where does this condition stem? Most often you will find limiting thoughts and beliefs lingering in your subconscious. Deeper still, you may uncover that wounded child within you. It is to this child that love, understanding, and compassion must be shared. Now that you see the inner wounds within you with the gentleness of love, you're better able to see the wounded child within others. You will clearly see the part in them that is in most need of love. This does not mean that you must stay in a situation that does not serve your highest good. Sometimes loving unconditionally means having to walk away. An affirmation to say to yourself is, I love all facets of myself and send any hurt or wounds within me love and compassion. Associated chakras, sacral and heart. Dark night of the soul. Healing crisis. Life brings new meaning. The dark night of the soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic. Filled with sadness and melancholy, this is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most significant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience, like the straw that broke the camel's back. Your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends and family. Know that anytime you can reach out and talk to someone to shift through these challenges. Right now you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness, that a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environment, and personal interests. Like the earth cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns, or stories that are lying beneath the surface if you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience. Stop and surrender to the universe. Shadow aspect of this card is if your refusal to accept change, passive aggressive, or you're fighting for control. Sacred crystal is hematite. Angel assistance, Archangel Raguel. Conflict resolution, inner harmony. An affirmation to say is, I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. Temptation. Life is full of temptations, and right now you are being asked to choose the higher path. You need to prove that you are worthy and important. It is clouding your need to prove that you are worthy and important. It is clouding your true purpose and tempting you to make wrong decisions. Become aware of what is happening in your life right now. Are you feeling bored in a relationship and looking for something outside of your partnership instead of being honest and working on the challenges you are experiencing or moving on? Is there a work opportunity that is tempting you to act without integrity in order to get ahead? Are you using money as an excuse not to follow your heart? This card asks you to focus on the bigger picture. Be honest with yourself and take the higher path. Another opportunity is that much is that another opportunity that is much grander than what you have imagined is on its way. Just be open to it and allow it into your life. An action with this card is to give yourself 5 minutes of uninterrupted time. Write down what area of your life you are being tempted, what choices you have made, and what are the best choices you could make. Rub your hands together and place them slightly apart from each other. Imagine that you are holding an orange ray of light between your hands. Focus on courage. What does it mean for you to be courageous enough not to buy into temptation? Place your hands on the part of your body where you need courage the most. Send the orange ray there and repeat, I am courageous and take positive actions that yield the greatest results. Imagine yourself acting courageously and doing what will lead you to the higher path. So that was the foundation of the reading, or the basis, the support, the guides, energy that's helping you. So there's unconditional love there to help you with the dark night of your soul in realizing the temptations are nothing more than an illusion. They're not sustainable. They'll just explode in your face or dissolve away later down the line like they never were. And then you're left empty-handed and dealing with the dark night of soul again, and not in the alignment with unconditional love. High Priestess, mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. Beloved Isis gazes upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You'll be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. This is an exciting moment in your unfoldment. Have reverence and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. Currently, you're being offered assistance in unveiling your divine destiny. You'll be shown your purpose in a broader and more meaningful way than ever before. You can expect to have many aha moments where your life experiences and journeys suddenly make sense from a much bigger perspective, helping you understand how everything that you have gone through has brought you to where you are today, which in turn helps you trust even more where you are being led. You are guided to trust in the reveal, whether it seems preposterous, magnificent, and you have no idea how it could possibly all happen, or whether it seems not nearly grand enough as yet. In time, with your patience and willingness to trust in the unfoldment of your life, you will realize the inherent beauty, perfection, and sublime loveliness of your life unfolding, and that your purpose and destiny are truly exquisite. You will feel even more joy, peace, and trust within you, growing into the serenity of the High Priestess who accepts all with wisdom born of great insight and understanding. Rather than being passive, she is actively surrendered in absolute trust and higher wisdom. The High Priestess Lady Isis of your own divine soul are calling you to, and your own divine soul are calling you to trust in the unfoldment of a mystery into revelation right now. Pay attention to sacred signs, dreams, and intuition right now, as they are accurate and more prophetic than usual, provided the guidance in these spiritual insights is guiding you deeper into love, which you will recognize as a feeling of deep trust, safety, and knowing. Even in the most unfamiliar circumstances, then you can trust them completely. This oracle is also an indication that if something completely unfathomable, bizarre, or strange is happening right now, provided you feel love in your heart, trust it. It is the hand of the divine guiding you, and you just don't know enough of what is happening in the bigger picture yet to make sense of the situation. But you will, in time, and possibly much sooner than you realize. Balanced forces, yin and yang, productive flow, masculine and feminine energy. The balance of duality, patriarchal paradigm being rebalanced. Equality, balance in perspective. The Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous, meaning they were not a specific gender. As they were only partially formed in the physical realm, they did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it intensified in physical form. We all hold a mix of masculine and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy is more about focus in a forward direction, while feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral. Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it has more of a controlled and rigid vibration. Feminine energy is freer, flowing, nurturing, creative, and receptive. Both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance, inequality and prejudice can occur. In the current paradigm, masculine and feminine energies are in balance as a global culture is largely patriarchal and strongly influenced by masculine energy. Efforts to revitalize the feminine flow has been incrementally shifting the balance over the last century. It is time to calm mind-based intellect, scientific data, linear direction, and the acquisition of power. To have an optimal human experience, we must embody a balance of masculine and feminine energies. We can daydream in receptive fluidity, and then action our ideas into reality. We can be soft and nurturing and also firm and direct as needed. We can be determined, compassionate, grateful, vulnerable, visionary, and strong. There can be focus and free flow. We may not draw on these energies simultaneously, but when we access both equally, we can be truly powerful, centered beings. When we bridge the duality within ourselves, we can see more balance in our outer world. All right, with the second tier, middle tier, this is what you can focus on, what you can work on, the when you can spend time on and actions on to help you in your life with the month of September. And with the supportive energies of understanding unconditional love and the dark night of the soul here with the high priestess pyramid over here, see? And then balanced forces with this pyramid over here. Temptation, dark night of the soul, realizing the balanced forces to help you through those challenges. High priestess, she knows. So, like with the dark night of the soul, is being aware of your shadow self and understanding how it just gets you in trouble a lot of the time. And it can potentially be use, but temptation. Remember that you're being tempted by an illusion, false pretense. Have unconditional love, but don't fall for it. Say, hey, I love you as a person, but I'm not going to go there with you. Or whatever it may be for you. Bath coal. Eschew complicated explanations. As you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart, gently but firmly and cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. We have a powerful voice, which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Both coal is a mystery. Bath coal is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it is an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. The spiritual voice of Bath coal is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working toward the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. When Beth Cole appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. A more authentic, awakened you is coming into life. Paving the way for the higher self to manifest typically means that fear and control-based approaches need to be surrendered. Beth Cole's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to be superseded the limiting structures currently in place. As a consequence, she is important of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage, but brings rich reward on many levels. The Oracle of Beth Cole indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice in your own heart which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice or of a reliable guide or friend whom you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even inkling that certain happenings or sightings are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Beth Cole is the clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings. When called upon, she will assist the human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negatively about yourself or another, increases your confusion, or makes matters seem more complicated, it's likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. To consider what you might be able to learn from that viewpoint, you need to settle yourself on more authentic spiritual growth, or spiritually grounded. And the top of the pyramid, top tier, is the higher self, God, unified field, quantum physics, whatever it is that you believe in, coming down and correlating the message or corresponding the big picture of everything. So if you take these two away, we got a diamond, as above, so below, dark night of the soul, Beth Cole, to help you realize your high priestess and balanced forces. Temptation is what you need to work on, or your healing aspects, in alignment with the unconditional love, but not being persuaded by the illusions. Hey Taurus, this is your oracle reading for October 2021. Taurus, October of 2021. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. Divination of the Ancients message for Taurus, October of 2021. Scrying mirror, projection. Divine Circus message for Taurus, October of 2021. Gypsy Columbine. Sacred Rebels message for Taurus, October of 2021. Big Bold Vision. Shamanic Medicine message for Taurus, October 2021. Drum, Awaken. Mystical Shaman message for Taurus, October of 2021. The ghost dance?